Thank you, Jackie. Gerwin Price, Michael van Gerwen, Daryl Gurney. Who's going to join them? Jonny Clayton on paper, he's back into the top 16. He'd be the favourite, but Jamie Hughes here, who's had to surrender his old walk-on music, Hi-Ho Silver Lining, already been seized by Kim Huybrecht. As a die-hard Wolves fan, it must be a difficult one to swallow, Chris.
Yeah, absolutely. I presume it's the highest ranked players has the pick.
Well, Kim was in first, of course, as well. You know, maybe it's right of possession. Well, there's Jonny Clayton, who walked into the old Chuck Berry Classic. Johnny be good, and he'll be hoping he's good after that 9-darter yesterday.
I see, Johnny was good. Very good.
First time I'm told that anybody's seen Johnny get one, apart from his old dog Chief, who sadly has now gone to the great kennel in the sky at the age of 15, and his replacement Milo has yet to see one, unless of course Milo was watching television last night. I forgot to ask that one. Good game on paper, this one. Jamie seems to have found a bit of confidence as a match player.
Yeah, I mean, over the past sort of 12 months or so, I can't think of many more players hitting the high averages he's been hitting and losing as many. But as he said in that interview with Dan, it's more about the results than the numbers. So I don't mind not hitting the big averages as long as I'm getting the W's.
45.
Just shades siding towards Clayton. Slightly more experience here on that big stage, and of course made a final in the Players' Champs. And he has to be buoyed from that 9-darter yesterday. It's got to fill him with confidence.
Oh, he was chuffed to bits, wasn't he? He really was. And rightly so, a special darting moment. Yossa, who had to come from the brink to beat Brendan Dolan earlier in the competition. Very, very close match. Beating 10-9.
Yeah, Brendan had darts to win that match.
121.
Russ Spray, our referee for this one, of course, with the familiar tones.
Look at Daryl Gurney. He's faced match darts in a couple of matches, and he's still going. It's just meant to be.
So on the throw then now, Hughes 86. Treble 18 he'll be looking for. The double 16. Oh, he's got a treble 1.
17 now. 83 left. That leaves 66. You'd think he would be back.
Johnny require 145.
Johnny will have other ideas. 145. Treble 20. First port of call. Well, that's the 5 gone. So advantage Hughes once more.
85. Jamie require 56.
56 needed for the opening leg. Tops it is. Well, 18 darts and he's not found one.
Johnny requires 60.
A lot of Welsh support for Jonny Clayton.
Yeah, it's as many Welsh fans here as I can remember of all the events we've done here. But I suppose when you've got two ambassadors like Pricey and Clayton amongst others that were here from Wales, there was a big contingent. Nick Kenny, of course, attracted Barry Bates. He brought 30 down on his own.
Always popular, Barry.
And we had a couple of young Riley's players that were from Wales.
83.
Last 4
20 odd Dutch players, wasn't there?
Yep, last 4 coming up, and could have 2 Welshmen, 1 Dutchman and 1 Irishman. Where's the English?
95.
Jamie Hughes flying the flag.
It's on his shoulders, isn't it?
didn't mention the football to Jamie. Might be smarting a bit after Wolves clung on for a home draw against Brighton yesterday.
60.
Lost Pikey.
Well, what's that? Were Everton playing today?
Great switch. Jamie Hughes down to 141. Clayton would like to do likewise. Find a couple of trebles.
He gets a treble with the last dart, so 141 for the break of throw. Treble 20 first. And he's not got it, so it's not going to happen. So Clayton has the chance to build on that first leg break.
96 left.
65.
Tried to find the treble 20 for double 18.
You require 106.
Yes, for a 2-0 lead.
Oh, good dart. 14, now double 16.
90. Jamie, you require 76.
$71 required.
Treble 13 for double 16, it should be. He's found that plumb in the middle. Brilliant.
Well, that's how to extricate yourself from the mire.
Third leg, Jamie to throw first. Game on.
He certainly got out of it.
$58.
Check the odds on this one, Chris. I assume
59.
Jonny Clayton was a marginal favourite.
Yeah, only marginally.
$42.
They wouldn't have any previous to go on because they've never met these two, have they?
No, first competitive meeting.
They're down to ranking with Jonny Clayton, as we've said, forcing his way back into the top 16.
Nicely done. Oh, we want a 9-darter again.
Agreed. One last week the week before in the Premier League.
Did anybody say that was the 50th 9-darter in the PDC? I'm sure that's not a Rawling exclusive.
No, it's the 50th TV one, is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's right.
In the PDC.
In the PDC.
We have had 2 in a week. Well, two in 10 days or so.
95. Jamie require 136.
And what a moment for Jonny Clayton that was. Great reaction. So it should be. Darting perfection.
Kids Fionn and
58.
Claire, I'm sure, would have been
Jonny
watching on.
require 112.
And very proud of Dad.
Needs a treble 20. 87 left, treble 17. Leave double 18. So just in case Hughes fluffs his lines here.
78, 60 needed, 20 tops. Oh, double 10.
68.
Well, he'll be annoyed at himself for doing that.
36.
And avoid that treble 20 and winding up in the double.
18.
Well, it's very, very scrappy so far.
Jamie require 10.
Edgy stuff.
Going to go 2 double 4 here. And the scrappiness continues.
Who's the winner of this? Guaranteed 25.
20.
So a £7,500 game of darts. No wonder they're edgy.
Jamie, you require 4.
Double 2 then. 21 darts each. Already with power to add.
23.
No score.
Well, never.
Jonny, you require 4.
1 out of 9 on doubles. Clayton already 1 out of 7. Same targets and gets it. And that, after all that, Chris, is a break of throw.
Game on.
That's all that matters. Jonny didn't need... Well, Jonny did need the break of throw. Jamie didn't to win this match, so that's part of the job done. But 3 legs thrown, or 3 legs played, 3 breaks of throw.
I suspect there'll be...
And that's usually an indication of a really poor match. And
on this occasion,
so far, it's right.
But they'll be upping the ante, you can be sure of that.
It's just early nerves. Just neither is settled at all. That happens.
Speaks from bitter experience.
Well, they're both relatively inexperienced on the big stages, aren't they? Both of them are.
95.
John's made a Players' Championship final
54.
a few years ago.
Quarter-final of the Masters is best in 2020.
He won 1 game there.
1.
Treble bed is proving elusive to both.
And those terrible things, this sport, the harder you try, the further away it goes.
28.
You've got to stay focused but not try. Introduces too many moving parts and start using muscles you don't need to.
Like it.
22.
Clayton first to a finish. Yes, a bit of a mare at the moment. 14 for double 16.
74.
As much as playing well becomes infectious, as you know, when you go on streaks of it in doubles with 1 dart, so does playing poorly. It's extremely hard to shake off. Trust me, both will be happy to go off stage after 5 legs for the comfort break. Regroup.
Double 16, slight adjustments. Overdoes it, double 8. And now 3-1. So he's got the break and he's got the cushion.
Reflect Jamie to throw first.
Oh, welcome to the match. Away he goes.
Averaging 78 after 4 legs. Start of the 5th. It's a beautiful 180.
I wonder if that'll settle him down now. Might settle the match down. Huge amount at stake. Well, losing semi-finalist, guaranteed 20,000 quid.
Yeah, well, the psychology of the game is, you know, your opponent's struggling, which makes you try then even harder than normal. Just get into a vicious circle.
Jonny, a rhythm sort of player, and maybe just trying to inject a little bit more pace into his game.
Yeah, I wouldn't call Jamie particularly slow, but he's a lot more deliberate, isn't he?
Very much so.
But slightly more measured.
Too clever, right.
Jamie, you require
It's pretty vital for Jamie that, well, not vital, but key that he wins this one. Doesn't want to be going 4-1 down.
And cleanly as well. You'll be chasing doubles around the board and putting yourself under unnecessary added pressure.
Double 16. Break of play at the end of this leg. And off the stage they'll go to regroup. Oh, that's a bit awkward now. Having to work his way left along the Oki. Can't find a way through.
Jonny, you require 90.
Well, it's early in the match. This would do some serious damage. 2 darts at double 15.
Game shot.
And only one needed. That's an important break for Jonny Clayton, and the Welshman takes a significant early advantage. Jamie Hughes will be wanting to get off the stage and give his head a bit of a shake. Jonny Clayton winning 4-1, race to 10.